Welcome back in, finding your way back in. How is everyone feeling? Let's get this space nice and energetically aligned again before we take off in this energy. And I was trying to share with everybody. I don't know where I stopped, but anyway. Opening up the energy wide, letting that fiery Aries energy in. Picking out any stress from your body. Let's pick out a bit of stress before we move forward. I allow myself to be hopeful despite any challenges. I allow myself to see challenges as the place to rise and grow. Thank you, Becca, for liking the live. I allow stress to release its grips on me, and I allow myself to walk into my power. Walk into it with grace and understanding. Thank you, Becca, for liking the live. Thank you, Stevie, for liking the live. Lauren, welcome back in. I open myself up to the truth of my success, that the universe wants me to have success. Thank you, Lauren, for liking the live. Thank you for consenting, Bob. Thank you for sharing. The universe, thank you, Lauren, for liking the live, and thank you, Bob, again for sharing. The universe wants me to be in tune with my success. Thank you, Bob, for the TikToks. The universe so does. Thank you, Stevie, for liking the live. The universe wants you to be in alignment with your success. The universe does not want you to sit and be miserable. Now, there will be times where the universe does ask you to sit with yourself, with some truths, with some pain, to work it out, to make yourself stronger, to make yourself wiser, to ensure that you are no longer controlled by those things. But it never wants to keep you there. It really and truly doesn't. Just pull out a bit more and then I'll start programming. And Lauren, how are you feeling now? Hopefully more hopeful and energized. I feel like this new moon energy has just brought like a breath of fresh air, just like I feel like the energy, people can breathe better. Whereas before the energy was quite tense with Aries being in like every sign and planet possible. Thank you, Jen, for liking the live. So it was very emotional, but now it feels like, everything's new. I can relax. I don't have to stress. All right, let me go ahead and start programming. Again, if you don't have a candle, please stay for the energy healing because we are still collectively healing together. You can still think of your manifestation as we are here together. The people who have just gotten the candle have chosen to accelerate, to open up, to get on the fast track, if you will. A lot of the people who do these candles tonight do them consistently with me and have seen huge leaps and bounds in their confidence, business building, new relationships, new jobs, new houses. So people who are on this list typically stay on this list very regularly and build some incredible things. So keep your eye out on my socials for the next one for a space to get a candle. All right, here we go. Magical screwdriver. Hang on, I don't know where I left it. Ow, I just kicked my computer. Leela, welcome in. How are you? And hang on, I'm looking for my screwdriver. Thank you, Alyssa, for liking the live. Found it. I was cleaning out the candle holders earlier. And how are you feeling? Oh, Leela, I'm so glad you're here. And thank you for the heart me. Well, Leela, I can make you an offer because I feel like it just keeps aligning this way. I can accommodate still one more candle if you would like to be on the eye again. Up to you. I will leave it to you, but I can make space on the eye again. And thank you, Alyssa, for liking the live. What? I feel like something's crawling on me. I hope not. I think it's just my tag. Okay. JK. All right. Shama, are you in here? All right. Take a big deep breath in. And your candle number 1 today. Breathing in. Breathing out. Ooh, anchoring in. Green energy, so that I trust myself. I am a creator of my world. I am a creator of my abundance energy. And then a huge push of fire. A huge push from your sacral chakra is what I feel. Keep that go-getter momentum up. I feel you pushing already. Keep pushing. Oh, Leela. All right, anchoring this in. Wrapping it up. Or not wrapping it up, but putting Reiki into it. We're not ready to wrap it up. And thank you, Leela, for liking the live. This is so interesting, Bob. So as I'm closing my eyes and putting more energy into your candle, I see you like standing in a desert with like a gold candle holder. It's like huge. It's kind of like almost like human sized, but there's this gold candle holder in front of you, and there's like this pink candle in it, and like the wind is swirling, and like, but there's no sand in front of you or the candle, but it's swirling all around, and it's like you're just staring at this candle with determination. It's gorgeous. I love this. Thank you, Emmanuel, for the follow. Welcome in. So this is huge. Now wrapping it up, sealing it up, and thank you, Bob, for liking the live. All right, number 2 is going to be Floor. I know Floor is not here, so I will pull over her energy. Ooh, pink and purple, beautiful. It's just like love, love, love. Looking for that most divinely connected love, that most healing love, soothing, protective love. I feel her really creating some incredible boundaries within this love too. So I love this. How many times can I say love? Did anybody count? But that feels incredible. Feeling that with Reiki. I feel her finally going, you know what? I know what I'm worth. And I need an incredible man. Yes, she does. Sorry if you heard my cat just run into their gate. Wrapping this up, sealing it up. All right, Cynthia. I don't think Cynthia is in here right now. Thank you, Kitty Corner, for liking or following. Welcome in. A lot of people not here tonight. Is there something going on I don't know about? Is there like some event? What's happening? All right, I'm gonna pull over Cynthia's energy. Anchor it in. I literally saw a garden. So normally I'm seeing like chakra colors, right? And they come in like different textures and shapes. But I literally just saw like this strip of green and flowers starting to bloom in it. And I feel it literally, like the phrase I feel is newfound sense of wonder. I love that, but it makes sense for her. Thank you, Alyssa, for liking the live. Did I say a liking the live? What did I just say? I don't know. All right, filling this with Reiki. Thank you, Alina and Bob, for liking the live. Wrapping that up, sealing it up. And you guys, if some of you in here are not Reiki trained, you don't know Reiki, I cannot tell you how much I think you need to learn it. Reiki is something that everyone should be able to know how to do, in my opinion. So did Usui Sensei. He believed that as well. You know, like every household should have a Reiki practitioner. It is an invaluable tool to have. Even if you don't ever plan to be an energy healer, it is so invaluable to have for yourself, for your family, for your friends, to be able to contribute, or not really contribute, but I guess have more power, more tools in your handbag for healing in many different ways. Thank you, May, for following. Welcome in. And then who are we on? Lauren. Lauren, did you make it back in here? And thank you, Elena and May, for liking the live, and Bob. Okay, there you are. All right, this is candle 1. I was like, wait a second. She came back in, right? When we came back on. All right, take a big deep breath in. Breathing out, anchoring in. This one feels like your Ireland candle. Thank you, Alina, for following. Welcome in. This one, I could feel the land. I could feel the mist. I could like feel the heartbeat of the earth there. I'm hearing, okay, let me switch how I'm sitting so I can really get into thinking mode here. I'm hearing like 2 different things. And I just want this to vibrate in your energy. I don't want you to sit and think about it too hard, because it is kind of it is 2 directly opposing statements. But just let this land energetically. I was hearing, take your time, but don't take your time to get there. Just let that sit for a second. And some of you are going to be like, what the fuck did she just say? It's about untangling energy, the things that I say, the things that I'm hearing, seeing, feeling from the universe. So just let that sink in. Again, don't think too hard about it. Just let it work through your energy. I'm excited to see what more comes out in the reading for this candle, since we had that very interesting statement there. Wrapping this up, sealing it up. Molly, welcome in. How are you? And thank you for the heart me. How are you feeling under this Aries energy? It's very, thank you, Elena, and Bot for liking the live. It is very fiery, a very I'm not taking any shit kind of energy. All right, Lauren, this is candle 2. I already know what this one is, but breathe in. Breathe out, anchoring in. This is children, fertility energy, and I feel a lot of baby boy energy tonight. Are you, Amanda? How are you feeling with this energy tonight then? But Lauren, there's lots of baby boy energy. This feels like past baby boy energy here supporting you in this candle. So, filling this with Reiki. wrapping it up, sealing it up. Thank you, Bob, for liking the live, and thank you, Lauren. I didn't bring myself a glass of water in here. Knew I forgot something. All right, candle 3. Ooh, Amanda. I feel like I slept pretty well last night. I think I'll sleep pretty good tonight too. It feels like the energy feels softer to me. And I don't know, that probably has something to do with my own placements. So Lauren, it was green, and I saw more scenery than anything, but green was the overwhelming color. But the first one was like the cliff, like standing on a cliff of Ireland, and then seeing like the misty ocean. But what it was more of a feeling this time, like feeling the heartbeat of Ireland. All right, then number 6, which is your third one. All right, breathing in, breathing out, anchoring in. Lauren, I see lots of soft pink. Thank you, Amanda, for liking the live. I see lots of soft pink over here, and then I see some magenta over here. So over here is like more passionate, intimate energy, and over here is more of like that soft, I'm sinking into my feminine energy. How has experimenting with that gone, since I know we talked about this in the last candle that we did, because it feels like you have slipped more comfortably into that. Filling this with Reiki. Try not to go. Darn it. Good. I mean, it literally, it looks like a nice little wave of pink, and it feels soft. I like it. Nate, same. All the time. I can't stop. Wrapping this up, sealing it up, putting it in a bubble. Okay, and now we're going to Gabrielle. I don't think Gabrielle is here either, but that is okay. And thank you, Banda and Bot, for liking the live. All right, pulling over Gabrielle's energy, anchoring in, whoa, yellow and green. And I feel this balance, and what I'm hearing is, how do I serve and how do I stay true to me? Oh, I think we've talked about this before with her. How to stay true and how to serve. I'm hearing one and the same, which they are. So filling this with Reiki to help bring that fire out, like these are one and the same actions, especially in the space of being an energy healer, which I believe Gabrielle also is, but I think she specializes more, is it ADHD and trauma? I can't remember, but makes sense. Rain, welcome in. Jackie, welcome in. How are you? How are you feeling under the Aries new moon? I'm sorry, I've already yawned once, so now the floodgates are open for yawning. Wrapping this up, sealing it up. Kinda, did you mean to say sleepy? Spicy. I was like, I don't know what that was. Same. I think I kind of feel spicy too, but the energy feels like I can breathe now. Spicy in a good way. No, Jackie, that's okay. I was like, spooky? I don't know what that was. Okay, and now we are going to Brinkley. I don't believe Brinkley's mother is here. I don't know where Kimberly is, but we will do Brinkley's candle. Thank you, Bob, for liking the live. I would love to see, I guess I could do it sometime. I would love to see how this handwriting is. I can tell you it's not great writing on a curved surface. All right, pulling over Brinkley's energy, anchoring in, whoa, pink and magenta energy. And this feels like happy-go-lucky, like I've finally found my place is what I'm hearing. I love that. Hell yeah. Filling this with Reiki. Thank you, Amanda, for liking the live. Wrapping this up, sealing it up. And then we have Derek, who is Kimberly's husband. We've got a family, a whole family here, and I love it. They have been doing this together for, Lord, it's probably been close to a year now. Pulling over Derek's energy. The best way I can describe this, the universe literally said this, the color that I saw was blurple. Blue purple. I freaking love that. I feel like he's finally like accepted his connectedness to the universe. So some of you who have been in here have heard me talk about Derek and Kim and Brinkley a lot. But for those who don't know, Derek was a skeptic, and Kimberly convinced him to do a candle with me one night. And I read his energy and he was like, holy shit, that's accurate. And I'm like, I know. And ever since, he's been doing candles and on his own journey with his own personal development. So now I finally feel true acceptance of like, okay, I can, you know, I can be one with the universe. I can be this very logical person, because that's how he is. He's a very grounded energy, always like in that very root chakra energy. And we've been working him up into his connection with the divine. So filling that with Reiki. Wrapping it up, sealing it up. Thank you, Jenna. Yes, so these candles are purchased by the client. I only ever do 15 at a time. We do them twice a month, so 30 candles a month. Sometimes we have like other activities or groups where we might add candles in, but these specifically are for new and full moons, and purchased again by the client, and I fill them with their intention. So how I manifest is with the cycles of the moon. That's how I move, and that's how I have started to teach everyone to do. So I fill your candle with your intention, with the Reiki energy healing. I channel messages from the divine that you need. I see the energy being put in to help you move, to move between moon cycles, find your ebb and flow, understand the cycles of your emotions, and how to use them more powerfully is what's happening here. All right, so now 10 is Kimberly. And just because I can feel myself doing it, and I know some of you are already probably used to it, but if you see me like kind of blinking a lot, or it's almost kind of like between an eye roll and blinking, it's because like the energy movement makes me do that. I'm not annoyed or anything. All right, pulling over Kim's energy. Anchoring in, oh my gosh, the most beautiful pink and yellow. Like when I see these colors, I'm thinking pink lemonade, regular lemonade. And I feel such a sense of ease, and I feel a sense of like passion takes over. Passion of how I want to view myself, how I want to move in life, how I want to lead my own family, lead my own development. I love this. You're so welcome, Amanda. And thank you, Bob and Rain, for liking the live. Filling this with Reiki. And thank you, Amanda, for following. Yeah, this is how I started manifesting before I ever created a business. This is what helped bring me here to this point. I very much believe in using the new and full moons as your guide, as your I guess alarm clock, really, for manifesting and releasing or creating space, because it does align with our natural emotions, with our natural ebb and flow of our internal emotions. So this shows you how to tap into your own flow and how to use whatever emotional cycle you're going through at the time to your highest benefit. All right, now we have Sharzad. I don't think Sharzad is in here tonight, but that's okay. All right, pulling over her energy, anchoring in. Now, what in the world? I don't think I have ever seen this before. Her energy is gold, but I get a sense of being too overly protective at the same time. So gilded and gold and protecting too much. Ah, interesting, interesting. It's okay to crack the gilded gold and let the real golden light out. That makes perfect sense. Okay, I love it. Thank you, Bot, for liking the live, and thank you, Sorry, for liking the live, and Manta. Filling this with Reiki. Wrapping this up, sealing it up. All right, now we have Allie. I don't believe Allie is here tonight. Pulling over her energy, anchoring in. I see, thank you for the heart, me, fuckery, and shenanigans. How are you? I see kind of like that same blurple color. I love that word. That blurple color. Is that actually a word, or is it just made up? I see it at the bottom, and I see like this ocean of energy way out there. And I feel like this is a space of creation for her. How are you? It's like, I also see like this star like way out there on the horizon. And it's like I can feel her energy trying to call forth a creation. And I'm hearing, don't struggle so hard. Don't try to like fight the water in front of you. Just float. And things are gonna float to you. I love this. Filling this with Reiki. Wrapping this up, sealing it up. My foot's falling asleep. Oh my God, hang on. I need to be able to get up and walk. All right, Alyssa, are you still here? All right, are you ready? Take a big deep breath in, breathing out, anchoring in. Okay, I see yellow, I see pink, kind of like the lemonade colors. Thank you, Debbie, for the rose. Kind of like the lemonade colors I was talking about earlier. And then I saw this big, like, mass of blue. And it was blue with stars in it. So that is that intuitive wisdom universe energy. And I'm hearing the word confusion, but it's like that big blue energy behind it was like, I'm gonna bust through this confusion. Does that make sense? It's like, get ready. We're gonna break it open. Just let it flow. I love it. Okay, filling this with Reiki. Wrapping it up, sealing it up. All right, who were my, oh, that's inappropriately loud. Anyway, let me check who the last two people were. It was Melissa and Jennifer. Come on, pen. All right. Wait, Carrie, is that you? Are you Jennifer on the list? Hang on, my hair is stuck in my own armpit. What the heck? All right, Melissa, are you still in here? Oh, I was about to say, I thought it might have been you. Okay. You're Jennifer ENG on here. Gotcha. Make that note, because I do have several Jennifers in my contacts. All right, Melissa. So sometimes it lines up where like all the Jennifers are here at once and it gets real confusing. I'm like, okay, you're Jennifer 1, you're Jennifer 2, you're Jennifer B, you're Jennifer E. Like it gets kind of crazy sometimes. All right, breathe in, Melissa. Breathe out. Anchoring in. Ooh, okay. You had some bright green energy, and then surrounded by it in patches, which is interesting to me, is a darker green energy. And in these dark green patches, I can see pieces of a garden trying to grow. And what I'm hearing is, don't be afraid to put your, it's not just putting your own energy into it, it's like really putting your own authenticity into each of these and not trying to make them so manicured. Like what you want to do is going to work, is what I hear. Does that make sense? Putting the energy you want to put into it is going to work. So that feels like a pretty big message. Thank you, Not Your Nightmare, for liking the live. Filling this with Reiki. Wrapping it up, sealing it up. All right. And now, Jennifer, it is your turn. That is a horrible 5. I'm redrawing that. That looks like almost like a 6. There we go. Now it's beautiful. Now we got a 5. All right. Ooh, I think I already feel your energy. Jennifer, take a big deep breath in. Breathe out. Anchoring your energy in. I'm seeing lots of red and lots of yellow. And hang on a second. Declining an invite here. And I'm also seeing them want to mix together to create orange, or to bring alive this sacral, or not the sacral, the solar plexus. Jesus, not the solar plexus, the sacral, the one that is in between the red and the yellow. I do that all the time. I always call the solar plexus the sacral for whatever reason. So what I'm getting is like the 2 chakras are kind of overshadowing the sacral. Like they have, like there's really these really great ideas contained within both, like these beautiful sunshiny, you know, happy go-getter ideas, and there's also this very like rooted need to be like safe, feel safe while doing them, and we need to boost that sacral. Does that make sense, what I'm explaining here? So tonight's fiery energy is going to boost that so that everything can actually start to become in action. Good, I'm glad it's making sense. So get ready. And don't let yourself be stifled. Don't try to stop yourself when you feel the urge to move. So filling this with Reiki. Wrapping it up, sealing it up. I'm trying to hold in a yawn. All right, we're ready to start burning. So let me put all of these on my little clipboard. Thank you, Rainbow, for the follow. Welcome in. And thank you, Sorry, for liking the live. Now I want, because I kept saying the color blurple, just stick with me here on my train of thought. I kept saying the color blurple, which makes me think of a Baskin-Robbins ice cream that was kind of like this blue color when I was little. I don't know if they still have it, and I would get rainbow sprinkles on it. So now I want a Baskin-Robbins ice cream. That was my train of thought. Thank you for sticking with me, and thank you, Rainbow, for liking the live. Thank you, Rainbow. This lipstick is crap. What is it? I found it at Costco. It came in a pack of lipstick, lip gloss, and a lip liner. It was some kind of natural brand. Can't remember what the name is, but anyway. The shade is, I think it's just called mauve, like a nude mauve. But love Costco. Sometimes you can find some really cool stuff there. All right, now let's, wait, hang on. Need to be more like right there, I think. Yeah, okay, that looks good. Let me scooch that back a little bit. Actually, we might scooch just a little closer too, something like that. Okay, so I'll call them out again. One was Shama. Hang on, I'm straightening. Now that I'm looking at it from the top, all the lines weren't straight. 2 is Floor. 3 is Cynthia. 4, 5, and 6. Lauren, you got your own row. Or Lauren. 7 is Gabrielle. 8 is Brinkley. 9 is Derek. 10 is Kimberly. 11 is Sharzad. 12 is Allie. 13 is Alyssa. 14, I love how that happened. 13 was Alyssa, 14 Melissa, and 15 Jennifer. All right. Asking Archangels Michael, Gabriel, and Metatron, I'm stuck on a box, to come forward, guide this energy, show them their magic, let them feel their protection. That was way more salt than I intended to get, but we're gonna use it. Keep this energy pure and guided as they move. Good Lord, that was a lot of salt. For liking the live. Let me maybe scooch a little bit. And let's keep healing. Let's keep opening and expanding. Beautiful. Love that. This is so interesting what I'm hearing come through. Thank you, Coach Genesis, for liking the live. I am hearing I give myself permission to trace my lineage to my success. So what does that really mean? So it means going back in your healing, going back in your familial line to truly understand where you've come from. Even if so you don't even have to like find, all these people in your familial line. You do not have to know everyone. You do not have to have a face. You do not have to have a name to do this. This is about feeling what has been traveling through your bloodline and learning how to untangle it and or use it as a power for yourself. So tracing your lineage to your success. How does that feel hearing that? I give myself permission to open up to all possibilities. We were saying that as we started the live and we're setting up the space. I am open to all possibilities. That's where a lot of people tend to get stuck, is they sometimes will think it can only go a certain way. We can only have success in a certain line, just for instance, like go to college, get hired at a company, move your way up the ranks at the company. And it's like, be open to more avenues, be open to the path having these twists and turns instead of just following the traditional way of, whatever it is you want to do, whether that's trade school, starting a business, what have you. Instead of just following that traditional line that other people have taken, you are open to just having this adventure that teaches you more, opens more doors for you. Now I'm hearing I give myself permission to turn back the clock. We have some really interesting phrases coming out. What are we really talking about by turning back the clock? Turning back the clock on feeling. So not having regrets, not being upset that you aren't where you thought you would be by this time. Resetting that emotional clock to start fresh. Take that emotional dial, put it back at 1, and let yourself start off again on the most hopeful foot, the most adventurous foot. And thank you, sorry, for liking the live. And I know that can feel kind of like almost an impossible task at first, because we are so hard on ourselves, right? We are our own biggest critic. But the universe is saying, look, you have a chance, you have an opportunity right now. You are being given permission, you are being told, you are being led that you can reset that emotional clock and give yourself the freshest start. It's time to stop worrying about shoulda, coulda, woulda back then, because that's back then. We're here and now. And if we want something in the beyond, I said that weird, in the beyond, we have to let ourselves start off on a bright, sunny, fresh foot now. I was just thinking about what I said, bright, sunny, fresh foot. Makes sense. I love that, female warrior. I should do that too. Opening up the sacral and solar plexus as we sit here for a moment. I feel like there's a hair tickling me. I will allow myself to move forward with grace. And I will also allow myself permission to look back with grace. What in the world? Thank you for consenting, the porters. Welcome in. This is a lot of very opening energy, a lot of fiery energy, not just fire from the candles, but since we are in the sign of Aries right now for the new moon, this is very like cleansing, letting yourself truly be open and seen type of energy. We're not moving with regrets anymore. We are only thinking forward. I love that, female warrior. I think I've told you before, but my big three are Pisces, Sagittarius, Sagittarius. It's a very interesting combination to have that Pisces surrounded by fire. So while I'm like this disgusting, hopeless romantic, right? Like there's this fire about me that like kind of pulls me out of that lover, you know, dreamland, and kind of like bites sometimes. It's very interesting. Leo sun, Scorpio moon, Libra rising. I love that. Sagittarius, Virgo, Virgo. How does it feel to have all that Virgo energy? So there's a couple of signs that I would like to be if I had the choice. You know, if you could choose such a thing, and Virgo would be one of them. All the porters. And, you know, now that the moon's in Aries, talk about emotions. So even though Aries is a fire sign, it's a very emotional sign too. It can be kind of volatile, but that's sort of its magic. And the fact that it's like, I'm going after what I want, you know, it's represented by the ram. It's not like, it's not taking any shit. So it's fire, but it's like, it's big emotions as well. And hang on, I have like a hangnail. It's driving me insane. It's awesome. Makes my arrow really hit the target if needed. I love that. Oh no, the porters. Goodness. Your husband is a Virgo, Jackie. So I love Virgos because they keep someone like me who lives in dreamland as a Pisces. They keep me in check. I admire their orderliness. So some people who are Virgos like really live up to that stereotype of being like very organized, having things a certain way. Virgos similarly to Aries, they're gonna figure it out. They're gonna get what they want and they're gonna get it done, and you're not gonna tell them nothing about it. They know what to do. I really love that about Virgo. I love that very like, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of like stereotypical Virgo energy. Love it. I wish I had more of it. My midheaven is actually in Virgo, which I think is so interesting, because your midheaven is kind of how you more project yourself out to people. And I'm like, I don't see that about me, but maybe in some ways. I'm an Aquarius, Aries rising, and Scorpio moon. I love that. Today on my way home down to the lake, a cat sat with mom, and I saw a guy that looked way too much like... Really, Lauren? Huh? How did you feel when you saw that? Today I sent my report to the FBI in the email and closed out multiple lifetime karmic debt. Female. That's huge. That is huge. Sending you lots of good energy. He is. It makes me, I can't read today. Jumps in crazy. He has to, I love that. I think I would love that, Jackie, to an extent. If you could see what you don't see on camera, which is like the rest of my computer and the rest of my office, I live in organized chaos. Like, I know where I put things, and I'll find where I put the things, but it's not super neat and organized. Lauren, I am so sorry. And thank you, Amanda, for liking the live. Excuse me. Oh, Lauren. I would be too. I am so sorry. I think this Aries energy is going to help get a lot of that gunk out. A lot of that gunk that's been residing in your nervous system. Lauren, what in the world? And thank you for liking the live. I don't understand that. Good, female. I do have something similar kind of happening. I'm not trying to be like, oh, well, here's my story about that too. Just to say, you know, I can empathize with that. What just happened to our music? Hang on a second. Just to say that I can empathize with that, and I'm sending you tons of good energy, that it stops, that it's no longer a thing that can happen to you. It is female, but it's a hard one to prove. The bird, welcome in from Massachusetts. How are you? Our Spotify decided to stop playing. We're gonna choose a new playlist. Yeah, the porters. This will help get a lot of gunk, especially out of the nervous system, because when we're manifesting, right? Manifesting takes a lot of movement. Manifesting takes a lot of willingness to change and move differently, and that can, you know, kind of set off alarm bells. I am good. Thank you for asking, the bird. So Aries, that fiery energy helps get that gunk out so that you aren't as, you aren't as prone to be like, oh, wow, this is too much movement. This, that was kind of crazy. I don't know that I was ready to move that fast. Oh, the bird. So I kind of do a mix of things, but how I describe it is I am a soul alignment expert. I am your soul alignment specialist. Hi, Hikmet. Welcome in. How are you? So what I do is I help you see the design of your soul, the frequency, the blueprint of your soul. And we do that through looking at various things like karma, past, present, or future timelines, your familial lines, anything that, maybe has gone on in this lifetime too. And I do that through sensing, hearing, seeing, feeling things from the universe. And I speak about them. And the way that I am phrasing things, the way that the universe tells me to speak, is what helps do the untangling, the resetting, and the uplifting, the pushing you forward. So that is what I do through various programs, one-on-ones, but tonight specifically, we're working in a bit of a different way. This is how I manifest. So I also do manifesting. I'm so glad you're here, the bird. So we use the full and new moons to manifest. Tonight's a new moon. I program everyone's intention into their candles. Then I put energy healing in it to keep that energy moving, keep it uplifted, keep it supported. And then we continue this energy healing session that you popped into. And thank you, Lauren, for liking the live. So this is where I started. Before I even started my business, I was manifesting like this. So how this also works, in addition to the things that I just named, you are learning how to ebb and flow with the natural cycle of your emotions, which follows the cycles of the moon. So you're learning how to use your emotions to your highest advantage, for your highest good, and learning how to let the things that you don't need ebb. So ebb meaning, flow out. Let them move right on out, kind of like an ocean, like when the waves come up and the waves come out. So this is how we manifest. And I'm sorry guys, I am itchy. I think I got bit by mosquitoes earlier. I was out in the garden trying to get some weeds out so I can go ahead and get the dirt tilled up. Itchy. I am good. How are you, baby face? 100% the bird. Let me tell you a little about me before I started this energy healing journey. I was a neurotic anxiety mess. I was so tied, just tied up in my own mind. I couldn't enjoy moments. It was very hard for me to be spontaneous. I was kind of like someone who failed to launch, is how I felt. I just couldn't make things happen because I was always so stuck in my head. I was thinking of plans A through Z. Like I needed to know everything. Everything had to feel right and comfortable. Now here I am. I do things on the fly. I move very quickly. I have my own home now. I have acreage now. I left my marriage. I came back to my hometown I said I'd never come back to. I started a business. I actually took on another business with my sister, and I have a full-time day job. So I kind of like wear many hats now, and I just go with the flow, and what spirit tells me to do, it's what I do. So if this energy healing can take someone like that and turn it into this, yes, it can absolutely help you with your overthinking. So we're live typically twice a week, Mondays and Wednesdays. And of course, ways to work with me personally are in the bio. You can have one-on-ones with me. You can sign up for a package with me so we can work more consistently together. I have different group programs. Programs right now are full, but more group programs will be coming out. I have these candles to help you manifest. So lots of different ways to engage with me and help with that overthinking and help you learn how to go with the flow and be yourself. And thank you, the bird, for the follow. And thank you, Babyface, for liking the live. So previous me never would have put myself out on the internet like this. I'd have been like, you're fucking kidding. And now I just come on and whatever comes out of my mouth comes out of my mouth. And here we are. So this has done everything for me. Oh, look at that. Look at those candles go. They're letting off some gunk. Look at that. I love it. Oh, thank you, the Porters. And thank you, Dottie, for the follow. Welcome in. Oh, whoa. So tonight specifically, we are manifesting. We are manifesting with our intention candles that are programmed with everyone's energy, like what they were wanting, and then also filled with the energy healing. And we are now sending all of that out into the universe to communicate one-on-one, up close and personal with the universe and their guides, spirits, and loved ones. We're bridging the gap between the 3D and the universe, and pulling those manifestations forward, showing people, what they need to do, how they need to move, calling all of these things in. What we're doing tonight specifically. I just realized I didn't move my vacuum. By the way, not sponsored, clearly. I got a Shark vacuum off TikTok here. Get a Shark vacuum, spend the money, it's worth it. Don't keep buying cheap vacuums that keep breaking. Just get the Shark, you'll love it. Your floors and your carpet will be cleaner than it's ever been before. I do too. I love it. And this isn't even like the super expensive model or anything like that. Yes, it's still pricey, but it's not like the $600, $700, $800 one. And I love it. I think it was more like $200. Yeah, I need to make an ad for a shark. I need to get sponsored. Let me tell you, so I had to adjust the suction. You can adjust the suction, but it was like on max suction, and I almost, like, I could barely get it across my carpet. It was crazy, but my carpet was clean, real clean. I had a Dyson in college. I really liked the Dyson too. And you know, the energy of your home, like the cleanliness of your home, is very important to your energy as well. Thank you, Dylan, for liking the live. Thank you for the heart me. So having a space, thank you for the Go Populars, Dylan. So having a space that feels good to you, that you're moving the energy around by cleaning. You're getting things out. You're moving stagnation. So cleaning is also a form of energy healing, and it's very important to your energetic progression. How are you, Dylan? So don't think of cleaning your home as just like a chore. It's also helping your energy get into alignment, get the gunk out. It'll help you feel better. Oh, I love that female warrior. I really love Palo Santo. It very much speaks to my spirit. I would like to find out why it does. It's kind of interesting. Thank you, Dylan. I'm glad you're doing good. And thank you for liking the live. I feel like these candles are, okay, so like this row, these rows very stable. These two right here, they're having a party. Specifically these two candles right up front are having a party. But I love it. And by the way, there's like no vents, there's no air moving around in here. This is just what's happening. And just drawing the power symbol in your stomachs so you feel more empowered, you feel more aligned, feel more like yourself, feel more in tune. Thank you, Lauren, for liking the live. What am I looking at? Yeah, so that would be 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 10, and 13. Kimberly and Alyssa. Thank you, Samika, for liking the live. Let me look at them again. I think we're almost there. They're burning kind of fast today. I don't know what it is, but lately the candles have been burning like faster. I'm assuming it's because energy has just progressed. Energy has taken a new height, which I find very interesting. After yawn again. Goodness with me. These come from Amazon. They're this. I can't tell you what that says. Don't know. But mostly from that brand. Sometimes different sellers. Just kind of depends on what's available. But Amazon, you can find lots of spell candles by lots of different sellers and in different varieties, different colors. But mostly, this is what I get. I have a bigger pack over there I can't reach right now, and I don't remember the brand either. But you can find anything you're looking for on there. With as many candles that I've done, which just for moon ceremonies, we have burned over 1,000 candles. And I'm not saying, oh, we burn, literally we have burned over 1,000 candles. I should probably be buying these in bulk at a better price, truthfully. So that's on me. But anyway. That's awesome, Jackie. All right, yeah. Good Lord, they are just going to town, but that's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to go to town and get shit done. Like, why else are we here? We're not here to lollygag, right? But let me start tucking you in so I can try to start reading these. And let's get nice and snuggly. What kind of magical burrito would you like to be tonight? You can be anything you want to be. Thank you, Dylan, for liking the live. Ow, I feel like I have carpal tunnel. I need to do a candle for my hand. That's what tonight's health candle will be for me then. For those who are in the health collective, we still have 2 more nights of candles. So 1 tonight, 1 tomorrow. And I don't know, is anyone in here who's in the health? I think, Alyssa and Lauren are, if you're still in here. I don't know about you guys, but like my mind is so much clearer. Melissa, you're in it as well. How are your minds feeling? Are they feeling just like so much clearer as well? Like mine just feels, I don't even know. I just feel like I've gotten a new brain almost with the health collective candles. And thank you, Rose, for liking the live. I love that, Melissa. Good. All right. Tucking you in nice and snug, wrapping you up, and I will see you all in the next one.